let's understand the use case. Very simple. Just don't execute this, just understand. There are two ways to extract the data from the HTTP request. That means, see, please understand from the Swagger, whenever I send the data, if I send the data to Swagger, in case of GET also, I am sending the data, but in the form of URL. So that, because usually my intention is to send a small data and then get the big result. Whereas post, I am sending a huge data here. This is very small data, but still this is kind of considerably bigger than the value 10. So I'm sending the data. So there are two ways of extracting the data from the HTTP request. What are those? One is from the body, because one is from the body. That will happen only if there's a body is associated with the HTTP request. Other one is from the URL. So this is how you're sending, right? In case of GET, you're sending as a part of URL. In case of POST, you're sending as a body. This is from the client side. From the server side, if you look at, the same can be accepted. If you look at the API user, let's go to the user controller. Here you have login. So if you have F9, if let's keep. So here, this login API is extracting the data. Is it extracting the data from the URL or the body? Can anybody answer? Is this API, login API, getting the data or extracting the data from the URL, or is it from the body?
From the body.
Very good. It's from the body, because HTTP post, and this is a huge data. Login model is a class, so it cannot be sent via URL. Now let's go to drug controller. HTTP GET. Don't you think here also you are retrieving the data from the client HTTP request? You are retrieving the data. What is the data that you are retrieving here in this case? Can anybody answer? What is the data that you are retrieving? From the HTTP.
List of drugs.
What are you retrieving? It is not returning. This is returning back response type. What are you getting? What are you extracting the data? What data are you extracting from the HTTP GET request? This is HTTP GET API. You will send a request to this API. In this API, you are supposed to get a certain data from that particular HTTP request. What data are you extracting? Can anybody answer?
String I. Get all drugs.
No, string I. Who said string I?
Apeksha.
Apeksha, that's right. Because, see, please understand, this I is supposed to come from the URL. This is extraction. For me, from the API side, if I am sitting and then looking at incoming data, string I is what I'm extracting from that particular request.